Mr. Beast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails, well, they made it pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of quaint. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, oh. Mr. Beast 6000, oh. It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, oh. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6000. Mr. Beast 6000. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, yeah, you know his name. Each thing he changes twice, so we're here to stay. His thumbnails, well, they made it pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, oh. It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, oh. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6000. Mr. Beast 6000. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails, well, they made it gay. But if you ask me, I think they're pretty plain. Mr. Beast 6000, oh, Mr. Beast 6000, oh, it's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say there's ticket to fame. We all get a laugh at that. Mr. Beast 6000, Mr. Beast 6000, whoa, Mr. Beast, oh, 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 got it.
MrBeast 6000.
MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh,
MrBeast 6000, yeah, he changed his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay.
His thumbnails were the main again. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of quaint. MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh, his random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense. MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh,
MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, 6000. MrBeast 6000. MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay.
His thumbnails
Would it made him again?
But if you ask me, I think they're kind of quaint.
MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Whoa.
His random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're
So ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense.
MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, 6000. MrBeast 6000.
MrBeast 6000. Oh,
MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay.
His thumbnails were the made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of quaint. MrBeast
6000. Oh, MrBeast 6000. Oh,
his random videos are the name of the game. Some might say
it's
there's
his ticket to fame.
the occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense.
MrBeast 6000.
Oh,
MrBeast 6000. Oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast, oh, MrBeast. oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. 6,000, and you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay.
His thumbnails
Was the name when he played,
but if you ask me, I
was
think
his
they're kind of quaint.
Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos are the name of the game.
Some might say that his ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at
their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay.
His thumbnails were the name of the game, but if you ask me, I think they're kind of quaint.
Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense, but
we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails waiting for fame. If you ask me, they're pretty plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
it's random videos are the
name of the game.
Some might say
it's his ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense.
We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. Wisdom tells with the made in pain. When you ask me, they return the plane. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the name of the game.
Some might say it's ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense,
but we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. There's nothing else made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're preparing the plane. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the
name of the game. Some might say that it's ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense, but
We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails were made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kinda plain. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the
name of the game. Some might say there are tickets to fame.
The occasional video may not make sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense.
Mr. Beast, 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. Made in pain, but if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're sticking to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense.
We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His nails were made in pain. If you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random
videos are the name of the game. Some might say they're sticking to fame.
The occasional
Little videos make sense. We all get a laugh out their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnail was made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, videos the name of the game. Some might say that it's ticket to fame. His little intros don't make sense. We don't know not that their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. Beast 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His films from the brain of the game. But if you ask me, I think they're kinda lame. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh,
It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say there's
ticket to fame.
the occasional intro may not make
Sense.
sense.
We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. Beast 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. It's not well with the man in the campaign. But if you ask me, I think they're in the lane. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh,
It's random
videos the name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame.
The occasional intro may not
It makes sense, but we all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. Beast 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Mr. Beast 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. That was the name of the game. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the name of the game. Some might say they're a ticket to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense. We all get a laugh
at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His love now remain in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the
name of the game. Some might say it's ticket to fame.
The occasional intro may not make sense.
We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His now I'm kind of in pain. If you ask me, it's kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos of the name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. The occasional intro may not make sense. We all get a laugh at their expense.
Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His bells made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, yeah, videos the name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. The visual intro might not make sense. We all get a laugh at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. It's right now, made of pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, random videos, the name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. There's no outros, when it makes sense. We all gotta laugh out of their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. His name in pain. Suddenly, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, random videos, the name of the game. Some might say it's tickets to fame.
The occasional intro
We kind of make sense. We all get a laugh out of their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. The bills were made in pain. So if you ask me, I think it's kinda plain. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, videos, the name of the game. And I say there's tickets to fame. Intro, man, makes sense. We all get a laugh out of their expense. Mr. B 6000. Whoa, Mr. B 6000. Whoa, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails were made in pain, but if you ask me, they were kinda plain. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, random videos and name and game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. There's no intro, that makes sense. We all get a laugh out of their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His videos were made in pain, but if you ask me, they were kinda plain. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, random videos in the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. There's no intro that makes sense. We all get around at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast, 6,000. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed the ones I touch, so I think he's here to stay. The nails were playing the game. They were kind of plain. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh,
His random
videos the name of the game. Some might say there's a good fame. The occasional intro makes sense. We all gotta laugh at their expense. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, 6,000. Mr. B 6,000. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed the once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. There's nothing else we made in pain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh,
random videos of the name of the game. Some might say
there's tickets to fame.
the
Occasional intros might make sense. We all gotta laugh out of their expense. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. B 6,000. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think he's here to stay. There's nothing else we made him plain. But if you ask me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. Oh,
It's random
videos from the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame.
The
Occasional intro might make sense. We all gonna laugh out of their expense. Mr. B 6,000. Oh, Mr. B 6,000. oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh, Mr. Beast, oh,
6,000.
Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His little nails were made in pain, but if you ask me, they were kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's random videos are the name of the game. Some might say there's
here's his fame.
the occasional intro
Made sense
We all get a laugh
at their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His nails are made in pain, but if you ask me, they were kind of plain. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh,
It's
random videos, the name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. You know the intro makes sense. We all get a laugh out of their expense. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. His thumbnails were made in pain, but if you ask me, I think they're kind of lame. Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Mr. Beast 6,000. Oh, Random videos entertainment the game. Some might say there's ticket to fame. There's no intros to make sense. We all gotta laugh out at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed the one sometimes, but I think it's here to stay. And some nails were made in pain. But with me, I think they're kind of plain. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, his videos remain the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. There's no intro, remain no sense. We all gotta laugh at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. B 6000. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay. There's nothing else remain in pain. If you ask me, they were kind of plain. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, man, videos are name of the game. Some might say there's tickets to fame. There's no intro, make sense. We all gotta laugh out at their expense. Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. B 6000. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, Mr. Beast. Oh, 6000. Mr. B 6000. Thank you guys for watching this video. This has been me singing Mr. Beast outro for an hour straight. It is now my bedtime. thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're new to my channel and you're visiting. Bye.